when I transitioned from the AutoCAD world to the Revit world, obviously Revit has some of those functionalities already built in, but it wasn't and isn't as user friendly as what Design Master is.
We decided to look out there and see what was there, and it was actually just an internet search that came where we came across Design Masters. Tried it out, and right away, it seemed like it would do the trick for what we were looking to do to streamline our workflows and design.
So basically, we had one team of people working together in Design Master, getting the standards and getting it going. And then they started training everybody else and getting everybody else transitioned. And that's why it was sort of a slow process as we went from 1 to 5 to 20 in a short amount of time, because we basically had to train everybody and transition everybody. So now everybody is trained on Design Master. Everybody's up to speed on Design Master.
Yeah, it didn't take me long to understand what it was and that it really truly was designed by somebody who understood how we, as the electrical engineer, I'm just speaking electrical, as how I work.
We used to have to do all these things in different programs, right? We had to do, egress photometrics and in Visual or AGI or something like that, and then import them in. And we would use several programs to do all of this stuff. Now we just use one, right?
As soon as we did the trial of the Design Master software, we were hooked and went ahead and bought our license.
There was obviously a little bit of a learning curve to figure out the symbology and where everything were located, but I became a believer very quickly.
The payoff for us is, now that we have all this stuff dialed in, we could do projects. There's probably 25% time saving. I'm just estimating.
The automation of feeders, breaker sizing that comes with the software helps eliminate mistakes. When we're doing it by hand, and there's always the human error involved with our calculations, the automation of the software allows for it to get it right the first time.
At the 11th hour, trying to get all that on the drawings, and the fact that Design Master will automatically update that on the one line, the panel board schedules, if you're changing your drawing of the panel from a standard panel to something larger, I mean, it's just automatic.
Usually there's changes being made, and when you got to do a change, if you got to update 4 Excel files versus one Excel file or one Design Master file, it just saves a lot of time.
When we finally figured out how to use the one-line diagram and how to get that set up that it would draw the one-line diagram and auto update, I mean, that was just awesome.
Design Master actually will automatically increase that ground conductor based on the cross-sectional area of the conductors you have within that, just for equipment ground conductor. And it was pretty neat. The other day I was working on a project and I did all this handwork to calculate what that ground conductor needed to be, and Design Master already did it, plugged it in there. It was pretty neat. It's a good little feature.
Yeah, that's another one. You forgot to circuit something. There's that cool little button. Find uncircuited devices. Boom, done.
Revit has built-in electrical, but it's horrible, right? Nobody wants to use it. So, we're using Design Master on top of Revit, and it's making people want to use Revit more. Because people didn't want to use Revit because of the internal Revit design tools that they have that were no good. And so now people are like, oh, I want to use Revit with Design Master.
We did have a subcontractor that helped us out, and we told him we'd really like him to use this software, and he was on his own doing his own thing. So he was like, okay, sure, I'll try it, see what it's like. And he ended up purchasing some of your software as well, because he's like, holy cow, this is fantastic.
we're starting to do all of our Revit work with Design Master, and so we'll probably be picking up more Revit Design Master licenses as we go.
When you're able to do everything within the Revit program and use the Design Master software to circuit and develop one-line diagrams, that by far, I think, as I see the future of what we're doing, we're going to be utilizing that a lot more.